Hey y'all, how is everybody doing? Happy Monday, happy Monday. I know I got to talk to some of you this morning at our Good Morning Royals, bright and early this morning with the sunrise. And for the rest of you that I did not get to speak to this morning, I hope that your Monday is going grand. Jam, how you doing? It's good to see you, Miss Sharon Redmond. How you doing? Yes, we're going to talk about it. Hey, Sassy 1965. Silver Diamond, my love, how are you? Delicia, hey, Ernestine, Egypt is in the building. Egypt, I'm still gonna call you back. I did not forget. You know, I was in the hair store. I was trying to figure out what to get for the youngest girl. Hey, DT, how are you? Once DT here, the party has officially started. Gwen, how you doing? Miss Harris, hey, feels good being me. I'm so happy to see the family today. I hope you all are having a pleasant Monday. If it's not a good one, I hope it's pleasant. Prudence Windsor, how you doing? Okay. Well, you are family. I hope you consider yourself family. Plum. Yes, honey. This topic, we're going to talk about some stuff. The way you think and the way you don't think. We're going to cover this thing. JC, hey. Sandra, how are you? Yes. My baby is in the chat. Y'all tell the baby, hey, that's the big royal baby. Christian Key, how you doing? Love my dogs. Hey. S. Collins, hey. All right, y'all come on in. Listen, shoes off. Loosen them wig straps. Y'all get comfortable. This is a conversation that's going to get interesting. I don't know whether it's going to be uncomfortable. We're going to talk about some stuff today like we always do. L.A. Latham, Chanel D. Queen, how are you? Let me see who else is here. Charles, Miss Weedy Pooh. All right, all right. HU Angel One. Hey now. Sharon Swain, Maybelline. Happy to be happy, my good sis. All right, T. Hey, how you doing? Katie, how you doing? All right. Listen, I'm glad y'all are here. And hopefully some more folks will roll in so we can get into this conversation and we don't leave anybody behind, okay? So anyhow, y'all saw the topic and we're going to get into it. First, let's do some housekeeping. Those of you who have not hit that like button, please hit the like button for me. Y'all got to look out for you, sis, because you know I'm going to always look out for you. Hey, DC. Hey, Veronica Barnes. Eve, how you doing? Snooky Stackhouse. Listen, I don't mind you late. Listen, as long as you here, it's just like our cycle, honey. We don't mind it being late, as long as it show up, right? So I'm glad y'all made it into the chat. Hit the like button for me as you come in. If you haven't hit it, please, if you would be so kind, go on and hit that like button and look out for your sister, okay? Happy to see you guys. Also want to do this little bit of housekeeping. Let me speak to some more folks. SFF, Velda Sorrentino, how are you? Nika, hey. Alita, hey. And Queen B, how you doing, girl? I saw you at the Good Morning. Now we back again, right? So this little bit of housekeeping. I did go check on the community tab. Some of you have already voted on what movie you want to see for movie night on the 27th. If you have not voted yet, what you waiting on? Get over there to that community tab, Royal Family. Those of you who are family members, get over there and vote for what movie you want to watch on movie night. Please don't forget to do that. Also, if you haven't subscribed and you here enjoying the content, y'all look out for your sister. Do the right thing. Subscribe for me. Y'all know we trying to build a community here, and we want you to be a part of it, okay? So now we getting into the topic. I'm going to give you an idea of what we're talking about today. Y'all know I get silly with the titles. This time, it is going to be exactly what it sounds like, and it's going to be a little bit of what it don't sound like, okay? So when I say messing with your ex, now, listen, some of y'all know you are still messing with your ex. Okay? So we're going to touch on that a little bit because it's worth talking about, right? Hey, Jay. Glad you made it in. Good to see you. Some of y'all are still messing with your ex for various reasons. Now, we can't get into all the reasons because y'all know with some young folks in here, they may not need to hear about all them reasons, but y'all know the things that y'all be doing and the things that you've been doing and going to keep doing with the exes. Now, I'm not going to sit here, hey, BJ Dez, hey, Evangelist, and tell you that it's bad to mess with your ex unless this person was damaging to you. However, some of y'all are messing with your ex and you don't even mean to be messing with your ex. And what I mean by that is you're carrying baggage from that former relationship. Mm, let me say it again. We got some bag ladies. We got some people that's carrying baggage from former relationships. So even though you're with a new person, you still carrying that mess from that old man into this new relationship. Hey DS, how you doing? So we're gonna talk about some of those uncomfortable things today, and I'm gonna make sure I put that link in there because I know somebody gonna have something to say, and I want you to have room to say just what you want to say. Kennedy Monroe says he's our ex for a reason. You better say it. You had better say it. But y'all know I'm not lying when I say I've done it. Okay, carried some baggage from old relationships into your new situations. Some of the traumas, some of the, you've been cheated on, lied to, you put your trust in, and now, you're dealing with the aftermath. So you feel a certain type of way. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't act like I ain't talking to nobody up in here. Miss G says it's a no. An X is an X for a reason. Can't and won't go back there. I cleansed myself of that long time ago. I'm glad you did. But it's some of us that has done it. DJ Dad said this is going to be an uncomfortable conversation. I'm guilty. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all know I believe in that mirror. Victoria said, thank Lord, thank God I was smart to get away. I'm here for the comments. Okay. But see, this is the thing. We have to understand. Sometimes we get away physically, but if you're carrying the baggage, you're still messing with that person. I'm just telling you like it is. Yeah, hello there. How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, Christian says it's hard to let go, but you have to move on, I believe. You do. You got to let go. Don't be carrying that stuff with you. Damn say sometimes that baggage is blocking you from new. That's right. That's true. You say, I like to shove mine over something very high. Yes. And even sometimes those feelings can be the baggage that we're carrying into our new situation. Say it's the reason why it's your ex. Okay, great. So now we have all established in this part of the conversation, at least, right, that walking away from something that's been damaging or something that no longer served you is the right course of action. Now, we believe in walking away from dangerous and damaging things. So y'all do me a favor. Let me see for the royal family, especially that pair of red bottoms in your royal family emojis. Y'all make sure y'all flood the chat with the red bottoms. Let me see the stilettos because we're gonna talk about the walking away first. That's the most important part. We're gonna get that first, right? Let's do that first. Let me see those stilettos. Yes, Silver Diamond got the red bottoms in the chat. Y'all flood the chat with them red bottoms because we're going to talk about the step one, which is walking away. We like to walk away, ladies, and we like to look good while we do it. We don't want them looking at us like, oh, well, I didn't lose nothing. We like to let them know I'm the prize and you fell short. And now the prize has left the building. Y'all flood us with the red bottoms. Okay? So now that we covered the fact that walking away is the first thing that we need to do when we know that somebody is hurting us and what they're doing and what they're bringing to the table no longer serves us. I don't care whether it's cheating, whether it's lying, whether it's manipulative behavior, whether it's codependency, whether it's somebody with an actual dependency or addiction. Okay? Whether it's a matter of this person is not putting you first, this person cannot respect your feelings and how you feel, whatever the case may be, okay? Whatever the case may be, always understand that walking away is the first step to breaking free and getting away from those ex. And I don't want us to see the ex as just a person. The ex is the entire situation, right? So when we start talking about walking away from your ex, we don't need to just make this person our ex. We need to make this experience your ex. You need to make this situation, the feelings that you're having about it, your ex feelings. You need to make sure that you're making the entire experience, all of the self-harming behaviors, make that your ex. The whole thing. Yes. Miami in November say, let me see you walk. I know that's right. Now that's what I'm talking about. Victoria Fernandez, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, walk away. Hell, I ran so fast. I ran so darn fast. You better. You better. That's right. Walk. You are the prize. Walk away. You do not have to reward bad behavior by continuing to allow the person who's perpetrating this bad behavior to have the prize. When you give them a prize for bad behavior, you are rewarding the bad behavior. So walking away is the first thing that we got to do once we recognize that the relationships that we're engaging in, and let me help you. I'm not just talking about romantic entanglements. I'm talking about all of them. See, when I say messing with your ex, I ain't just talking about no man. Sometimes we got some ex friendships that we got to walk away from. Ialode says self love is the key. It gives you the strength and courage to choose you. You better say it, girl. It's true. Christian Key says, right. I never thought about it that way. I hate to admit it, but it took me 7 years to get mentally over him. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. BT says, lesson, make everything about your ex, literally everything about your ex, and always choose you. Yes. Miss G, what you got? That's a pretty picture. When your personal cup gets full, you will step. People can tell you, but you got to personally get there and do it. Yes, honey, walk. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, girl, forgive yourself as well. We're gonna get into that too. That's one of the next steps. I'm glad to know that you're on the same wavelength with your sister. Okay? We're gonna get into that. Yes, accountability is coming later. I promise you. Listen, Miami in November, I love me some you. I feel like I sat down and prepared this talk and we was talking together because you in my head, girl. So the walking away is not just about the romantic entanglements. Your ex can be an ex friend. Now, when it comes to family members, we can't divorce family. Unfortunately, sometimes we may want to, but we can't. Now, can we? But we can have that relationship, an ex relationship with family. And when I say that, I mean their behavior can determine that your relationship with them has to change. And it's by no fault of your own. And do not feel guilty for putting anybody in an X space. Anybody can become an X when their behavior begins to damage and harm us. And not only can they become an X, you have no business feeling guilty about making them an X. I'm serious. I don't care who it is. It can be mama, daddy, uncle, cousin, cat, dog, neighbor, friend from first grade, all that. You say you had a Hollywood marriage and it came at the same time. I love me. You better love you. You better do it. You don't get the notifications. Well, dear heart, let me put my contact information up. All you got to do is send me your info if you want to be added to text notifications, and I will see to it that I do that. So one is to walk away, and part the sub part to that, or the subtext to that, is don't feel guilty for making them an ex. Make them an ex. They exhibited X behavior, so it's time for you to X them out. This is what we got to do, ladies, is X them out. Now, the next thing I want to get into is the people who keep messing with their ex physically. And again, I'm telling y'all, I'm not just talking about Jam say you can't with family. You confused. Oh, no, you can't. You did well, I did something. Well, you might be did do something. Hey Lynette. Yeah. So this is the thing. Don't be still messing with the ex. And when I say messing with your ex, once you are in a situation where you see that love is no longer being served and it's no longer helpful to you, and you decide that you're going to make this an ex situation, you're recognizing, you looked in the mirror, you taking the accountability for your part in it, and now you got your red bottoms on and you walking out the door. You no longer feel guilty. Do not allow yourself to start missing that familiarity, because y'all know we do it, and then double back. Don't go doubling back. And we do it with romantic entanglements. We do it with bad friends. We do it with family this bad. Once you decide that this is an ex person or ex situation, do not double back, y'all. Don't put yourself in a position where, okay, because you made this person, let's just say a friend, and then we'll move to the romantic entanglements. But let's just say a friend, and you made this person an ex friend. Okay? Now, don't get to a point where you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, or you miss the camaraderie that you used to have with this person. And now you're going back on your word and you're trying to brush off something that you said was an ex situation. Don't go brushing it off and pulling it out and saying, well, I didn't have nobody else to talk to, so I called her or I called him. There's no excuse for it. That's right, Kennedy. Stay away. Simple. Once you make it an X, let it be an X. And I'm talking about the physical part, and then we're going to get into the mental and the emotional part. Yes, I decline, just like Noxzema Jackson. I decline. So don't go walking back into it. And then when it comes to romantic situations, y'all know it happens. Now I know we like to play tough, like, oh, we so tough and we walk away and we never look over our shoulder. Y'all not gonna tell me it's not some ladies in here right now who has had a man that hurt your feelings, did you wrong, sometimes cheated on you, talked to you crazy, gaslit you every time you caught him in some bull crap. And then the minute you got lonely and your bed got cold, you went to making them late night phone calls that you thought ain't nobody know about but you and the Lord. Now I know I'm right about it. I know I'm right about it. When your ex becomes your ex, whether it's an ex friend, ex romantic entanglements, get your butt up out of there. Auntie Eva says soul ties are hard to sever. May take a few slip ups. It may, but the first thing you can do to help yourself get over it is to acknowledge what you're doing and stop fooling yourself. You may fool the people you're talking to, but you're not fooling you. Stop fooling yourself. Miss Harris says, I didn't just walk, I ran. And that was the best decision I made. I chose me and peace of mind. That's good. That's great. That's right. Tell the truth and shame the damn devil. That's what I want y'all to do. Tell the truth. Because even if you big enough and strong enough to do it now, that's right. I decline. Yes, God. Where I am now, I can say I decline, but I'm not gonna sit up here and say I ain't never did nothing wrong. Yep, them tipsy texts where you done been out with your girlfriends drinking and everybody going home to their man, and you the one going home manless and you feeling some type of way and you feeling flattered because this joker who treated you bad, now he's sniffing around and you comparing yourself to them other women you seen him talking to, and oh, I know I look better than them, and that's why he's still chasing me. It's an ego boost. That's right. Okay, can y'all hear me now? All right. For some reason, AT&T is out here working, and it's even worse than usual. So I apologize, but I'm here. So the issue is, on top of, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. So on top of the fact that we have to be mindful of physically walking away, on top of that, we have to be mindful of not bringing the damage from that situation into your current situation. Even if you're single now, if you're living a single life and you're enjoying being single, Do not bring the damage, the psychological and mental damage, and the emotional damage from that ex into your current situation. If you are happy being single and you're getting in touch with yourself and you learning new things about yourself, please let me tell you something. Honor that. Do not make the mistake of, because you got, you got lonely and you didn't physically walk back, but then you started reliving all of the traumas. You started reliving all of the lies. You started reliving every time this person insulted you. You started reliving all of the situations where you felt disrespected. Hey, iridescent unicorn farts, I didn't know you had slipped in the door. I love you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Put a one in the chat if you know what I'm saying. Let me know if y'all feel where I'm at. Because the reality is, a lot of times we do that. And again, I know for a fact I've done it. Hey, Leo Queen, how are you? I know I've done it. So I don't want to fool myself into saying, oh no, I've never brought any emotional damage. Yes, I did. I can tell you for a fact there have been situations. I'm glad I'm seeing these ones. So at least I know I'm not by myself. Hey, Dorit, I'm glad I'm not by myself. And the fact that, hey, AVL, I got that other item you sent me from the wish list too. Thank you so, so, so much. Okay? Yes. So we got folks telling the truth. Where we sit down, y'all, and we all but relive every trauma that these people have put us through. We relive it over and over. We replay it out. And we don't just do it when we're by ourselves. We do it when we get around other people and you start reminiscing and retelling these stories. Yeah, he did this to me, and then he did that to me, and then they lied to me about this, and she was supposed to be my friend, and all this stuff. Stop bringing your ex into your current situation. What you say, Kennedy? She say, just got divorced from a 20 plus year marriage, and I'm just now getting to know me, like finding a lost friend. Yes, and that is so important. Hey, Megan, I ain't know you slipped in, but I saw you. We have to at some point say, I deserve better than that. I am more than that. I'm not going to keep living in that pain and reliving all of the abuse and reliving all of the self harm and self hurt that I engaged in by continuing to engage with this joker. You get what I'm saying? This is what we can't do. So we got to make sure that we're not still messing with our ex in our heads and reliving it. Yes, girl, if you relive it, you can't move forward. You're going to be stuck in that moment, sometimes forever, ever. So we can't keep reliving that. We're better than that and we're bigger than that. Yes. Ooh, this the real thing. Sometimes we're punishing ourselves for mistakes we made, but we got to let that mess go, move forward, and learn. Good point. Hey, Jaja says you can't receive your bins when you're holding on to that Buick on bricks. Listen, y'all giving me gems right now. Now, what DC said, that goes to not feeling guilty. You cannot feel guilty for making someone or a situation your ex. You cannot. And not only should you not feel guilty, you need to forgive yourself. If you feel like you're blaming yourself for what someone else did to you, and make no mistake, when I say things like take accountability, look in the mirror, find out what part you played in letting this thing happen, that is in no way saying that you are to blame for what someone did to you. It's just acknowledging what part you played that helped this person. We're not to blame, but sometimes we can be an accomplice, if y'all understand what I'm saying. We can be accomplices in our own abuse. So find out if you were an accomplice, if you were complicit in any way. You want to acknowledge that, but don't go thinking that it's your fault. DC says you have to tell yourself you deserve better. You deserve better than to let the past run your present. Nobody runs me. Okay? It's the truth. It's the truth. I'm glad it helps. Y'all know when I jump out there with a topic, it may stick, it may not stick, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Because when it comes up in conversations with people that I care about or with myself, I always assume, y'all forgive me, I gotta drink a little bit. Y'all know this throat giving me a fit. Oh, thank you. Excuse me, y'all. But when something comes up as a topic of conversation or a point of reference or a point of pain for somebody that I'm close to or for myself, I automatically assume that whatever we're feeling, we not the only people feeling. Somebody else is going through what you're going through, so we got to talk about it as sisters so we can get past it. You know what I'm saying? So now with that being said, don't sit there and blame yourself. This happens in a lot of situations. It happens with people that are victims of sexual abuse, people who are victims of people who engage in physical abuse, definitely with people who engage in emotional abuse and mental abuse. We end up blaming ourselves. Whatever part that you feel like you played, whatever you feel like you did that made you complicit in what was happening, or if you were helping them to harm you, forgive yourself so you can move on. Because that's another way of still messing with your doggone ex. And you just can't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Now that brings up our old friend, accountability. Let's grab the mirror out of the royal family emojis. Hey, Miss Reed, how you doing? Yeah, y'all grab the mirrors, flood the chat with the royal family mirrors. Because now we got to have that accountability check. Y'all know I love that mirror. I love mirror time. Because mirror time is when the truth get told. Grab the mirrors and let's flood the chat because we're going to talk about the accountability factor in these situations where we find ourselves still messing with our ex, either physically, emotionally, or mentally. That's right. I see it. DS, Nika, DC. I see the mirrors. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Let's talk about that good old accountability, y'all. Now, Andrea, I don't know what that means. But yeah, we're not talking about that, darling. But God bless you. If you saying you 8 years old, I'm not sure if you're supposed to be here. But let's see these mirrors. And we're gonna talk about this thing the way that it has to be talked about. The accountability. When we start talking about us messing with our exes and these ex situations, ex people, ex romantic entanglements, all of the exes, okay? When we dig into that thing, there's a certain level of accountability that we have to hold ourselves to as to why we're doing that. There's something that's going on as to why we're doing it. Okay? There's some sort of a payoff that we receive in doing what we're doing. One of the examples that I gave earlier, y'all, is that feeling of wanting to have the ego boost. And I'm not saying that in a way that we're saying we're narcissistic. Oh, you're not okay, good. Thank you, Andrea. All right, baby. I was scared. I was like, Lord, I don't think we're supposed to have no babies in here. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here, my love. I'm glad you're here. Get comfortable. You're very, very welcome. You're highly welcome. Okay. Now, so what we're talking about is when I say an ego boost, the reason I say that that is a real thing and we have to be aware of it is because one, when we go through relationships, whether it's family relationships, friendships, and definitely the romantic entanglements, we end up where sometimes our ego, self-worth, self-importance, self-value system, and definitely self-esteem take a heavy blow. And when that happens, we start to view ourselves differently. And let me explain a little bit more. I'm going to go a little bit deeper in case somebody don't get what I'm saying, right? So, ladies, have we been in situations? Let's go with the romantic entanglements where a man has treated you so poorly, cheated on you, lied to you, gaslit you, the whole nine, to the extent that now you no longer look at yourself the same in the mirror. Now, where you used to be self-confident, you're finding flaws that you never saw before. These are ways that your self-esteem and self-value are knocked. right? Okay. And so when these same people come sniffing back around, and make no mistake, it's not because you're so great or so wonderful, it's because they're looking to regain their victim. That's the purpose. That's what they're looking for. That's what they're after. But when they come around, it's flattering. And it's flattering because you're not paying attention to what's happening. All these deficits that this person put in your mind towards yourself by them sniffing around and chasing you and giving you compliments and telling you how good you look and talking about how you were such a good woman and they didn't know what they had, all that stuff, it builds you back up. But they're only building back up areas that they tore down themselves in an effort to put you right back in subjection so they can keep abusing you. So don't get yourself in a situation where the ego boost can cause you to do it. So we got to really dig deep and pay attention, be very self aware. Yes, Donna Ransaw, that mirror, baby, that mirror. Make sure that what you think you're feeling, those emotions like, oh, well, maybe I still love him and all that stuff, that may not be the issue. That may not be the issue at all. It may just be that this person is filling in a void that they put there in the first place. Miami in November says, forgive yourself today. Today is the opportune moment. Yes, it is. Yeah, confront those feelings, Miss G. Confront them. And Jaja says, and don't take the curses that the past relationship tried to place on you and carry those lies as your value point for a new expectation and experience. That's a powerful statement. Yes, y'all, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Because we're going to really do this thing. Yeah, shut the front door and the back door too. And tell somebody to latch the fence. Because always understand, people who have been able to be vampiric in your life and suck out your energy and sometimes your lifeblood, they usually will circle back around and come back for a second helping. Leo Queen said, I had to forgive what they've done for me to move on. Don't forget what is under that package. Okay. Andrea say, if you fall into that love crap, move forward. I know that's right. So be careful. That's why I had y'all to drag that mirror up. Another reason we fall back into it is because sometimes yep, and the windows too. I know that's right, girl. And the window. Shut the door and the window, just like Uncle Clifford said. Jim says misusing and weaponizing your emotions given against you. All right, so we getting there. We understand it. Wicked says once you express these feelings, it makes you feel better. It does. There's a release because it's literally taking the weight off of your shoulders. Once you acknowledge a thing and put it out there. Donna Ransaw, welcome to the royal family. You are highly, highly welcome, and we appreciate you being a part of the family. Y'all make sure you give Donna a royal family welcome. Y'all know how we do. Hey, Alondra and Allison Labadee, I'm glad to see you two ladies. Yes, you are highly, highly welcome, Donna. So, the other way that we have to look at this situation in the mirror, y'all put the mirrors back in the chat because we're not done with this mirror. We're going to go right back to this mirror, that place that we avoid sometimes. But we got to talk about where we come into our own abuse, our own self hurt, and how we stop people from hurting us. Miss G says, hurt cuts deep to the white meat. I moved on, but the hurt is still there. I got more work to do on me. Yes, ma'am, but don't you feel bad. All your sisters got work to do too, and we gonna work this thing out together. That's what we here for, to support each other and get through these things and call ourselves out. It's one thing when other people call you out, but call yourself out. You know, can't nobody tell your story like you. Somebody else will try to call you out, but they really can't call you out. You know all the secrets, all the ins and outs. Okay? Iridescent Unicorn Fart says, have a great day, beautiful people. I was on a short lunch break at work. Honey, I got a word and I'm going back. All right. Well, you head on back and have a great day. You say stranger danger? Mm-hmm. Yes. So we got to talk about what we can do to stop these people because we have to. We have to love ourselves to put a stop to the mess. Okay? Hey, Kika Pop, Jackie 1920, how you doing? So the other way that we don't want to end up allowing this thing to happen is when we start engaging and moving into new avenues and new areas of our life, when new chapters are starting to begin, when new doors are opening, new experiences are happening. What ends up happening is sometimes, y'all, we get scared, don't we? Because it's new. Sometimes we can get so used to disappointment and having our feelings hurt that when things start to be a new experience, new jobs, new opportunities, new friendships with people who are like-minded, new relationships. Even you meet a nice man, he's fine and wonderful, and he nice to you and open doors and talk to you good, and he's attentive, and you get scared to death. And if you're not careful, you end up running back to something that is familiar, but that is dangerous for you. And it's dangerous for your mental state and for your emotional health. Kennedy says, I keep a journal as an outlet just to get it out. Thank you. I really needed this subject. I know that's right. Well, I'm glad you're a new subscriber and you are highly, highly welcome. Yes, Donna, you're going to always feel the love here. That's what we do. Yes, girl, we fear the unknown. When we get into uncharted waters, and it's crazy because we will sit back, we will want, we will fantasize about new experiences. We will even pray for something new. We'll pray for breakthroughs. And when the breakthrough comes, because it's something that's so foreign to you, you will literally get freaked out, get scared, and try to run back to what is familiar. Let me see these mirrors in the chat because I know I'm not talking to myself. I know some of you have experienced it. That's right. Y'all support Miss G. Let her know you got her back. It's not easy to be honest with yourself. It's not easy to look in the mirror and take that long look and say, you know what? I am being cowardly. I am being a big old chicken. I am not comfortable with the fact that things are different. Allspotclean.com. Well, you welcome. Yes. Put those mirrors up. Because, see, here's the truth of the matter. I've done it. We get so used to being disappointed that when your breakthrough comes and you're no longer being disappointed, you're no longer being denied, you're no longer being delayed, then all of a sudden you scared to death. Hey, Dana Cutler, you scared to death and you won't even admit it. You're afraid of it because it's the unknown. Y'all know we've done it. You're looking for a job and you want to be elevated. Then when the people come tell you, well, we considering you for this position, now you shook like a bowl of jello. You keep saying, well, I want to change my social circle. I want to be around people who are doing things. I want to be around people who are more successful. And then when the people come around, you shook. Hey, Linda, I'm glad you made it in. Hey, Tina. Yes, I am my sister's keeper. Y'all keep that close to your heart because that's what we believe in over here. DT said, I have been cowardly many times that I forgot how to be myself. I'm beginning the transition back to being myself, and it has been helping. That's right. Miss GJ, how you doing? So we got to be honest about these things. Sometimes these are not comfortable conversations. And I know I'd be taking a big old chance digging into this mixed bag with all these feelings, but sometimes we just got to do it so we can be better, so we can have a better experience, so we can be more healthy, so we can be more fulfilled. What the hell is the good of you having wonderful things happening in your life and you can't even fully enjoy it because you still hanging on to your ex job, ex man, ex friend, ex situations? Some of y'all done lost weight and got fine, and y'all done messed around and got bad. I mean, jump bad, and you still hanging on to the fat girl that you were 5 years ago. You got the same insecurities you had before you went and got fine. Tell me I'm lying about it, and I'll shut up. I know it's the truth. It's the truth. You're not allowed to talk. Well, who not letting you talk, baby? Leo Queen says it seemed like I was missing my blessings. Okay? Don't mess around and miss your blessings because you're afraid to embrace and possess your possessions. Don't do it. I am Savanda. Hey, gorgeous. Okay, this is what I'm saying. We've done it. We've all done it. I know for a fact I've done it. I have literally sat up and helped other people, work behind the scenes, work my butt off. And then when it came time for me to do something for myself, I was spooked. I wanted to back and hide back in the background. Oh, I'm a background person. I'm a background person. Sometimes it's time for you to do something different, do something new. Stop being afraid of something new. Nothing's going to happen to you because you allow something new to happen in your life. Nothing's going to happen to you. Hey, Keaton. All right, I'm glad you hit that like button. You know you're welcome. So these are the things we have to look at. Ladies, you do it when it comes to your relationships too. You'll meet a man and he'll be wonderful to you. The man ain't doing nothing to you. What y'all go say? He too nice. It's not that he's too nice. Hey, E-Boogie. The issue is not that the man is too nice. The issue is you're afraid because you're trying to figure out when the other shoe is going to drop. You have become so accustomed to your ex circumstances and your ex situation and that ex raggedy Negro that you think everybody's going to give you that, and you're afraid that something different and new is happening. DC, you telling the truth. That's right. Heal yourself. This is what I want us to do. Like, take a look. And that's why I brought up this topic, because, hey, we up in here messing with our exes, man. And I'm going to need you to stop doing it. Listen, if it's an ex-man, ex-friend, family member that you done put in an ex box, that an ex relationship with them, ex job, ex financial status, ex physical status, whatever your ex is, it's an ex for a reason. Stop feeling bad for making something or somebody your doggone ex. And I mean that. Stop it, y'all. This don't make no sense. Because what you're doing is you're holding yourself back. We're in a situation where there's a shift happening. And I mean a very real shift. So now you're shifting into a new existence. You're shifting into a new dispensation in your life, and you can't enjoy it because you still messing with your doggone ex. You say bringing up feelings you thought you had gotten over. Well, I'm sorry, sis. I ain't mean to do that. But if we brought it up, we need to go on and bury it. We need to bury it and let that be that. If you know that you still, if you know you tucked it in there and you swept it under a rug and you lying to yourself and it's still in there, you need to acknowledge it so that you can stop messing with your ex. See, I knew when I brought up this topic, it was going to be a lot of people like, nope, I left that joker. I ain't look back. I ain't call him no more. He called me. I blocked his phone number. Yeah, you did all that. Yeah, I'm going to give you that, sis. You did all that. But you still carried that baggage with you. You still carried that baggage. You know, we talked about this in Crown Chat before. How we walked around and put calluses on ourselves and put walls up, trying to prove we tough because we still carrying baggage from ex situations. Leo Queen said that happened vice versa to me. I had to walk on eggshells because they brought the baggage. Ooh, girl, you better say that. And don't let nobody do that to you either. If they haven't dropped their baggage, you drop them. And tell them once they go buy themselves a storage unit that they can holler at you again. Okay? But don't take that. Just like I'm encouraging you all to be healthy with yourselves, do not allow yourself to engage with people who are not doing the work so that they can be healthy. They cannot bring you their dysfunction. You don't owe them nothing. Okay? DC says, woo child. Y'all know we stirring up something in this chat, in this house. Take what you need, let it touch and agree, and commit to better. We all deserve better. Yes, we do. And our sister Ialode is a new family member. Y'all know what we do. Please extend her the royal family welcome and let her know she is highly welcome and she is family, and we appreciate her here. Miss GJ says, nope, once an ex, always an ex. My mama told me when you leave, don't go back. It'll be worse the next time. Yeah, we covered the walking away. That's why we had the red bottoms. But what we talking about is after you decide that you're going to physically stop messing with them, and you know some of y'all, it take you longer than others to stop physically messing with them. But once you physically stop messing with these people, You also have to stop mentally engaging. You have to stop dredging it up and reliving it. Sometimes we talking to people and sometimes we just sit up and replay that mess in our head over and over and over again. It's a very normal thing to do. So I don't want you to think I'm saying it's abnormal. It's not abnormal. It's a very normal thing to do. But what I'm telling you is recognize that you're doing it and stop. Because even though it's normal, it's not healthy. I am Tavonda says, I broke up with my boyfriend July 3rd. I haven't looked back since. I blocked him and ain't talked to him since. Okay, now you a perfect example of somebody who is fresh from walking away. You put on your good heels, you walked out the door. So now the question would be, have since July 3rd, this is real fresh. Do you think from that time to this time, you have completely gotten over any emotional trauma, scars, hurt that that person brought to your life? Or are you still working on that part of it? That's the thing. Linda says, yep, I wouldn't allow myself to fully move on while my ex was in feds because we were talking about getting back together. And when he came home, it didn't even work out. And I put myself on hold for 15 years. Ladies, I know some of y'all have done it. Linda, I know where you at. I know exactly where you at. Now you just hit a point for me. It's not a pain point no more. But you sure brought back a memory. Been there, literally done that. You got to walk off. And when you walk off, forgive yourself for any part you played in allowing this person to harm you, whether it was red flags, whether it was not standing up and saying no, whether it was not walking away quick enough. Forgive yourself and don't feel guilty for making them jokers no ex. Nika said, true. Some of them won't get proper counseling for past traumas. And then they will have the good nerve to bring that trauma to you for you to have to deal with their baggage. Yep, sometimes you do, girl. Sometimes you do to get yourself past those points. All right, now we on to something. So Wanda say, I cut off everyone in his family because I don't want to feel it. Yep, sometimes you got to do it. You say you're not completely over it. It takes a while. It takes a while. It takes a long while to get yourself past that point. But I will tell you this, once you can acknowledge what is going on with you, the things that have happened with you, how this person made you feel, and take charge of your emotions and say, okay, he hurt me. I can accept it. This happened. I'm going to look in the mirror and say, okay, how many times did I see a red flag and keep walking? How many times did I forgive when I should have just forgotten? How many times? And then take your accountability for any complicity you had. And then say, okay, I took charge. Pat yourself on the back. I took charge and I made a decision that I chose me. And once you acknowledge that I did do the right thing, I forgive myself for allowing this person to get over on me. I forgive myself for allowing this person to lie and play in my face. After you do that, take charge, walk away and say, you know what? I'm going to deal with the pain as it comes up, but actively make a decision that you are not going to just relive this mess over and over again. AP Leo Queen says, I agree. You have to battle yourself to want better to change. Now, D says sometimes after a breakup, you have to find something to replace the feelings you had for your ex. Write down all the reasons you two broke up, and you may have to burn it up. If that's an exercise that helps you, go ahead on. Go ahead on. I know that's right, Zoe. Red flag. Essence 818, you done slipped in. Red flag. Yes, that's right. D gave you a good exercise to do. And I'm going to say on top of that, y'all know I'm a fan of writing letters to yourself. Write a letter to yourself, forgiving yourself for anything that you feel guilty about. If you feel like, because sometimes as women, we feel that way. Why did I let this person do this to me? Hey, Unique Yura. And you saw all the red flags. Girl, write yourself a letter and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Just write yourself a sincere letter and say, hey, I forgive you for ignoring red flags. I forgive you for staying there. Because in the end, you didn't do it because you were a bad person. You did it because you were a loving person. You loved. And so, because you allowed love to take over your emotions and your decision making process, you ignored red flags. We do those things, but you got to forgive yourself for it and speak it out, put it on paper. And the reason I say express those things is because until you do, you're going to find yourself still reliving that stuff. Sitting up in your house when it get quiet and you ain't got nobody to talk to, it's just going to play over and over in your head. All the times you knew he was lying, but you didn't say nothing. All the times you confronted this joker, they played in your face and you let it go and let things go back to business as usual. You're going to keep replaying it. So you got to forgive yourself, okay? You have got to. Miss Weedy Pooh says, what does it mean when you've broken up over 15 to 20 years? He's been married for 15 and you still dream about him. That's more about where you were mentally at that time than about that physical person. So wherever you were mentally at that time, it's something that's trying to drag you back to there. Or maybe you have a subconscious urge to go back to who you were at that time. Okay? Miss Harris says, I left my husband, but he uses the kids to try to get to me. But my mind is made up. I know that's right. Stand your ground, girl. Stand your ground. Linda says, I think I was trying to give something to my daughter that I had and wanted to allow her to be with her father and family again, but I knew it was over a long time ago. Yeah, we do that. But y'all know we ain't doing them kids no favor trying to stay with no man for them. They don't want that. Hey, Kendra. Okay, all right. Well, I'm glad we can keep you company while you're waiting. Essence says, you know how it is, but as soon as that work call ended, I said, Self, go hear the soul food Miss Shanitra out here serving on these YouTube streets. I appreciate you. I appreciate you and I love you. But yes, ladies, that was the chat. Y'all see the link pinned. I hope the link is still pinned. If it's not, let me know. If y'all got anything you want to get out or anything that you just want to share your own experiences, you're welcome to do that. I feel like I have to say that multiple times because I want folks to be comfortable, to say what they need to say. This is your sister's house. I am not just a talking head. Y'all are free to, say what you want to say and express it and share with others if you want to. Ialode says, you are not your mistakes. You are not your misjudgments. Allow yourself some grace. Girl, those are powerful words. Kendra said, I've never been friends with an ex, but I had a few who tried to come back in my life. They'll do it now. Yep, and you got to love yourself more than them. Mace, how you doing? Glad to see you. Mm-hmm. So, ladies, I'm glad we were able to get that out. I hope that we can take away something from this conversation and have that mirror time after we put on them good red bottoms and walk out. I hope we have that mirror time so we can check and make sure that we are not overtly or covertly still messing with our exes. Some of y'all probably still physically messing with an ex or two. I ain't gonna get in your business because it ain't none of my business. However, okay, if you are, you know that you're not helping yourself. And I trust that you will do the right thing for yourself and choose you over choosing them. And for those of you who are still mentally and emotionally messing with your exes, and I do mean messing with them mentally and emotionally, foolishness, okay? Alicia Renee 704 say, let's be honest, I just can't stand laying in an empty bed. I understand. Listen, I'm so glad you honest. Cause see, some people can't be that transparent. Some people can't. And I think it happens because there's so much scrutiny and there's so much criticism for people who genuinely need companionship and they need that other person there. Listen, it's not a bad thing, but y'all know the kind of stuff that gets said. She need a man. She one of the people just can't stand to be by herself. You know all the stuff that people say. So at least you know that about yourself and you're very self-aware. Okay? So don't feel bad about that. But I will tell you this, whether you like to be in that bed by yourself or not, it is better for you to suffer through that, acknowledge it, and talk about it. Okay? So that you don't push yourself back to X situations that you know and I know were never good for you. Okay? Hey, sister, how you doing? You got to take your mute off. We can't hear you.
Good. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Oh, I like that hair. What color that is?
I don't know. I
Oh,
guess
you
it's
just been
green.
playing with stuff. It's cute though. It's like a greenish color.
Thank you.
You know, that's my favorite color. You better work.
I just wanted to say, I was in a relationship on and off for 16 years that was very emotionally and mentally abusive, and I should have left that situation a long time ago. And I always feel that people only do to you what you allow them to. So I allowed myself to stay in that situation. I allowed that person to continuously hurt me. I just didn't know how to get out of it, if that makes any
Mm-hmm.
sense.
It does. It does. And you know what? Sometimes I don't know if it's your situation, but I want to share this. From time to time, that can happen because we've never been in a situation like that. I found myself in an abusive situation and didn't know how to get out of it because I'll be honest, nobody had never tried to abuse me. It
Mm,
had never happened. And I was one of those people that felt like that could never happen to me. Are you crazy?
yeah,
And when I looked up, I found myself in an abusive situation that I didn't even really know how to address it. I didn't know how to get out of it. I was embarrassed and didn't even know how to explain to somebody what was happening to me. This person was not physically abusive, but they were definitely emotionally and verbally abusive, and I didn't even know how to get out of it because I had never been in anything like that. I had never watched my mother go through anything like that. You know, never been through anything like that at all. Like it just never happened to me. So I didn't know how to get out of it. And then I couldn't, like I said, I was ashamed. I didn't know, I didn't want to tell nobody that a whole Shanitra was sitting up here letting somebody verbally abuse her. Like, how does that even happen?
yeah.
So that can happen. You can end up in spots and you don't know how to get out of it because you don't know first how the hell you got in it.
And I also say the verbal, mental, and emotional abuse is the worst because you can't see it.
Right. And
You
nobody
can't see
takes
it.
it
Nobody can
serious.
help you because they can't see it.
And most people, when you try to explain it, they don't understand and they don't care. Or at least I'll say we feel like they don't care because
Yeah,
we have a hard time even expressing what's happening to us.
yeah,
Okay? It's tough. It's very tough. And I'll tell you something else. I found out after that experience, once I was out of it and started researching more things, that I literally had battered women syndrome, and this man hadn't put a finger on me.
mm-hmm,
We ended up physically fighting when we broke up. But the whole time we were together, he never laid a finger on me. But I literally had battered women syndrome, all of them
mm-hmm,
having a heightened, perception or heightened what's the word? Where I was watching his emotions, heightened awareness of his emotions. That's what I wanted
yeah,
to say. Thank you, Lord. And every time his mood changed, I was sensitive to it. I picked up on it because I never knew when this person was gonna have a mood swing and start attacking me verbally and calling me out my name and complaining about every little thing I did. And we could go from having a pleasant day to a very volatile and verbally abusive day for no apparent reason.
yeah,
All of those things. And that was like, wow, that's when it kind of clicked for me that these other forms of abuse are just as dangerous and
mm-hmm.
just as damaging. You wish you had relationship problems, baby. I don't know. Listen, you contact me if you need prayer because I don't want you to have none of those.
No,
Yeah, you said you've been there, Kendra. Unfortunately, unfortunately, I have too. And it,
thank
it
you.
just, and what's even more unfortunate is that it's so many ladies that have been there. And while they were going through it, they didn't even have a support system. There were
Mm-hmm,
no sisters. Because,
mm-hmm,
like I said, there is this weird, you know, construct within our community where we feel like, hey, Sierra content, where we feel like okay, DC, listen, get on it, baby, get on it. You know I trust you, and I know what you're talking about. Me and you on the same vibe, but there's this weird construct in our community where the women are almost encouraged not to trust each other, not to talk to each other. Like it becomes trendy and cute to say, "Oh, I don't talk to girls. I only hang with men." When in reality, your sister understands what you're going through better than you think.
Yeah.
So we have to normalize having these interpersonal relationships with our sisters. Because just like we come up in here and we talk, and you see other sisters that's been through the exact same thing that you've been through. Listen, imagine when you was going through that. Okay, just let me know if I'm wrong. Would it have been easier for you when you went through it if you had a community of sisters who understood you and had your back?
I say no because I did, and I was so brainwashed that I didn't listen.
No, I'm not talking about why you was in it. I meant after you decided to walk out.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
It makes a difference when you have your sisters. And I'm somebody that grew up hanging around a bunch of men. Okay? And it wasn't even by design. It was literally because, hey, sister to sister empowerment chats LLC. I love your name. It's long, but I like it. Welcome, welcome. You're highly welcome. And May says, yes, us women and especially black women need to support each other. We need that in our community. It's very true. So we got to normalize talking to each other and expressing things and reaching out, because I guarantee you, one of your sisters know what you're going through. Christina So Fly, oh, you're so pretty. Says 16 years of abuse. He must know what he doing in that bed. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Sometimes they try to use that as a weapon to keep you under subjection. And sometimes, honey, when you're just that brainwashed, or there's some type of codependency, or the abuse is so heavy, you'll be thinking that that thing is good when it ain't even all that. You'll mess around and get you a new man that'll bend you up like a pretzel, and you'll be trying to figure out why you was ever hooked on him. Kendra say walking away help when I surrounded when walking away helps when I was surrounded by sisters who looked like me, and I was a part of an organization that helped shape me to become a better person. Yes. I am Tavonda says I'm still going through it because it's so fresh, but I'm ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Don't you do it. I know cheating is normal, or so society says, but I don't have a support system. You do now. You see all my contact information? Girl, if you don't reach out, if you need support, you're going to stop being ashamed. You did not do anything. And I think that happens to us so much. And that's how we end up still messing with our exes in our heads. We carry the baggage, we carry the drama, and we carry all of it because we still can't forgive ourselves for what happened and feeling ashamed of what somebody else did to you. You didn't do nothing wrong. What you ashamed for? And take your time in the dating part. You need to see the person's different emotions and how they react to things. Time will tell. You better tell the truth. You had better tell the truth. We love you back. That's right. So, I hope this was a useful crown chat. Y'all know I try to keep them to a certain time level because I don't want to hold you up this time of day too long. But I really hope, and we love you right back, my dear. We love you back, and we want you to be okay. Sierra says men are dog minded sometimes, and the attraction to that can be a part of what makes somebody go back to them. That's true too. So we have to check ourselves and make sure that we're not engaging. Says you gotta have your sisters with you. Thanks for liking my name. Yes, it's long, but it's a huge message in that the Most High gave to us for such a time as this. Okay. All right. Well, you're highly welcome, and please come back again. Don't let this be your last time. That's right. Nomi says, I'll say it again. You always saying that. If it is, then I appreciate it. Chris Stephanie Stroud says, you have a great support system right here. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And what I like about this community here is we have such a broad spectrum of ladies and gentlemen, but definitely the ladies. We have our older sisters, our mothers that are in their 70s, and one of them said, I think she said she was close to 80. We have ladies that are in my age group in them 40s and 50s, and we've been through a few things. We got sisters in their 30s, sisters in their 20s. So I can guarantee you almost anything that you're going through, somebody else has been through it. You're not alone. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to talk and say what's going on with you. You don't owe it to anybody to engage in self hurt. You don't owe it to anybody to sit up and feel guilty and ashamed for what someone else has done to you. Always remember, you can't control what anybody does to you. All you can control is what you're going to do about it. That's all you can do. So I really and truly hope that this conversation, this crown chat today, I hope it was helpful. You know, the chat about messing with your ex. Because I want us to make sure that we are not messing with our exes. We don't want to mess with our exes. What y'all were in the chat, chanting it. It's the X for a reason. Tell yourself that in every aspect. Do not just physically walk away. You got to physically walk away. Hey, Jazzy Cuteness. Oh, man. I hate that you missed everything. Wow. But I know you can catch us on the replay. I know you can catch us on the replay. Yes, the reality of that thing is walk away mentally, walk away emotionally, definitely walk away physically. And I don't mean just exes as in men, but absolutely exes as far as situations, family relationships, jobs, financial status, anything that you decided no longer served you and was no longer good for you. Once you walk away completely. Okay? Now that's all I got for you guys today. The housekeeping. Hey, if you came in, y'all please hit the like button. Y'all know I'm out here in these YouTube streets begging for likes. I'm panhandling for likes. Y'all please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you have not. You are welcome here. This is a safe place for us to sit down, talk about the real things that's going on, and have support from our sisters. It's very, very important. Okay. And make sure if you get the opportunity, share the video. People, somebody else may actually benefit from it. Share it on Facebook, anywhere. Put it out there because you never know who can benefit from these conversations. Okay, you never know. So share, subscribe. If you want to become a channel member, the link is in the description box below the video. If you're having a problem doing so, please don't hesitate to reach out. Not only will I help you, there are other ladies who are willing to support. They've contacted me about supporting other people who want to become channel members and cannot do so on their own. So please don't allow costs to prohibit you if you want to be a part of the royal family. We are here for you, and I can guarantee you that. Also, I want to make another brief reminder when it comes to movie night for August 27th. The poll is over on the community tab for Royal Family members. Get y'all hips over there, scroll down to that poll, and vote for what movie you want to watch. Whichever movie has the most votes is what we're going to watch. We're going to do it just like we did it last time on the Zoom, and we're going to enjoy ourselves just like we did before. Okay? And we got some other things coming up that we're going to do. And everything ain't going to be on YouTube. Sometimes we're going to hold events on Zoom so that we can say and do like we want, and we ain't got to worry about no code of conduct and copyright and all that foolishness. Everything ain't about clicks and views. Sometimes it's just so we can have a sense of community and we can fellowship with each other. Okay? Sis says, I'll definitely be sharing. This channel is powerful and the messenger. Your messages relate so much to our channel and community. Well, I am so glad. Please come more often. Contact me. If you want us to work together, we can. I want all of our Black creators to kind of normalize working together, supporting and promoting each other. You are very, very welcome. You telling folks to vote for coming to America? Oh man, you in here trying to influence the vote, Katie? Now I ain't know you'll try to fix the vote, but that's all right. Go on, fix the vote, girl. I know that's right. But y'all make sure you vote. Make sure that you check that community tab often because I will often be dropping goodies for you. Often I will be dropping goodies for you. Something else I wanted to mention. There are some talented ladies here in the royal family. Absolutely talented. Did y'all see the new thumbnail today? Did y'all like that new thumbnail? Let me see a one in the chat if you took notice of that new thumbnail and you like the way it looked. Okay, let me know if y'all saw that because I want to tell you something about that thumbnail. Because y'all know I have absolutely no technical acumen or ability at all. I can barely keep the stream running. Stuff be happening to me left and right. So y'all saw that thumbnail. Let me tell you a secret about that thumbnail. Well, it ain't even no secret because I got a big mouth and I tell everything, and that ain't no secret. Okay? So y'all saw it. You know our sister that comes in here, her name is Umi Omai. That sister has taken over marketing for the royal family, and she is so talented. Hey, Angela Solomon, you done slipped in. She's so talented. She put that thumbnail together. She is such a talented and beautiful sister. Let me tell you, she jumped right in and just gave it to us. When I went live today, the screen you saw, that background, that's also more of her work. So, I want to make sure that I'm very clear in that. If you have a talent that you want us to know about, if you have any ability that you want to showcase, if you're a royal family member, come on. I am happy to put your talents out there because we have to normalize promoting each other. We have to normalize praising each other, and we have to normalize saying that our sisters are beautiful and they're talented and they're absolutely wonderful. Okay? Yes, great work. There she is. There's our sis. Isn't she gorgeous? She is such a wonderful, wonderful person, a beautiful sister, and so talented. So talented. I can't say it enough. So, listen, y'all, we have had our chat for today. I enjoyed absolutely everybody. Everybody. I enjoyed you guys so much. You just found out how to use the emojis. That's all right. Well, now you know. So next time I tell y'all to flood that chat, y'all can flood that chat. Well, listen, I love you guys so much. I hope you're having a great Monday. I hope the rest of your week is great as well. And you know we're gonna be back tomorrow for another crown chat. That ain't no secret. So we're gonna do our thing. I hope you've hit the like button. If you hadn't, please hit it on your way out. And you know what I tell you all. Be encouraged. And don't forget to encourage somebody else. It is very, very important. I love y'all, and we will talk again soon, okay? Bye, y'all.